She's Allie Trost, I'm Pete Sweeney, and this is another episode of the Arrowhead Pride Rundown, a playoff edition of the Arrowhead Pride Rundown as the Indianapolis Colts visit the Kansas City Chiefs this Saturday, Arrowhead Stadium, 3:35 p.m. Arrowhead time. First thing we got to get into, Allie, is injuries in this game because there's three key players for the Chiefs that are questionable. Eric Berry, Spencer Ware, Sammy Watkins. We don't know if they're going to go. Dorian O'Daniel is doubtful for this game, but of the questionable players, who do you find the most important?
I've been pondering this all week, but to me it comes down to Sammy Watkins. The Chiefs had the luxury of having Sammy Watkins in the offensive lineup for a majority of the season. Eric Berry, on the other hand, not as much. Damian Williams has been crushing it in that running back position. Sammy Watkins adds an element to the Chiefs offense that helped them become so dangerous so fast and early. So if he's out, that's gonna just open up for a lot of players to, get more pressure on them. Travis Kelce is gonna have a lot more pressure. Tyreek Hill from that Colts defense, which we know is pretty hot right now.
Yeah, I don't think there's anyone really to replace Sammy Watkins. A lot of people would tell you Eric Berry, but I don't know the percentage that Eric Berry is at. Not that Sammy Watkins is certainly gonna be 100, but I think we've seen that Berry, especially in that second game where he had the 69 snaps against the Seahawks, wasn't the same player. So I think the defense is what it is. You need the offense to be that pre-bye week offense that was rolling in this game, because I don't know how the defense is going to do against this opposing Colts offensive line, which has kept Andrew Luck very clean, only 18 sacks, the best in the league on the season for the Colts offensive line. So a big matchup is the Chiefs pass rush versus that.
Yeah, Dee Ford, Chris Jones, this is your game. We need them to be so strong and so on point this entire time because, like you said, the Colts have given up the least number of sacks in the league. However, Dee Ford, Chris Jones have been crucial for the Chiefs on that front, and so it's going to be a big game for them.
On a crappy Chiefs defense, those are the two players that won the monthly awards for the Chiefs, so they're the bright spots. They're going to be big in this game. I worry a little bit about it because I look at the Texans game in the wild card round last week, and you have J.J. Watt, Whitney Merciless, Davian Clowney, none of whom earned a sack. So that is a point to watch. If the Chiefs can break through that offensive line, I think they'll be okay. And of course, the elephant in the room, 0-4 against the Indianapolis Colts in the playoffs.
You can't hop on Twitter, you can't read anything about the Chiefs playoffs without reading about breaking the cycle or the Chiefs are cursed. There's this ominous curse.
Let's roll.
Hashtag let's roll. Let's roll this curse into the ground, roll right over it. But, this is a new team. And not only is this a new team, it's a new team with Patrick Mahomes. And I think that is the element that people tend to forget when they get caught up in superstition. Patrick Mahomes can do anything. He can throw a no-look pass. He can throw it across the body. He can break a curse, for God's sakes.
That's the thing. And it's a different season, and I caution Chiefs fans to lump this in just in case, because I think this is a tough matchup. The Chiefs could lose this game. But you have LeBron James. You have your Michael Jordan, your Tiger Woods, your Wayne Gretzky, whatever you want to call it. So if the Chiefs happen to lose, this is a different era. It shouldn't be lumped in. That being said, I'm confident in the Chiefs because of Patrick Mahomes, and that brings us to the keys to the game.
Keys to the game. I saw an interesting stat today, and Marlon Mack, you gotta stop him. Against the Texans in that wild card game, he had 148 yards with an average of 6 yards per carry. Chiefs defense this season gave up an average of 5 yards per carry per game, or each game this season. So those stats right there, this guy, you gotta stop him. You gotta get to him fast, get to him early.
What makes things harder is Dorian O'Daniel is not gonna be available probably. He's doubtful for this game, so it's up to Reggie Ragland and Anthony Hitchens. Ragland never plays really a full game, so it's interesting to see if he's worn down by the end of this game with that key. For me, it's whoever gets out to a 14-point lead is going to win this football game, because I think if the Colts can do that, they can run the ball, as you're saying, down the Chiefs' throat just like they did against the Texans and drain that clock, keep the ball out of the hands of Patrick Mahomes, where if the Chiefs can jump out to a score, 2 scores, then all of a sudden the Colts become one-dimensional. Easy to bring Andrew Luck down, which hasn't been able to happen prior to really this football game. Predictions.
My prediction, Chiefs victory, 41-31, won't even be close.
See, I think it's going to be a tough matchup. I think if the Chiefs win this football game, it's going to be a dogfight. I think it's going to be tough all day. I see both teams scoring 28. You hope the Chiefs have the ball to close out this game. I see a 31-28 Chiefs win, a nail-biter, where it's going to come down to our guy, Harrison Butker.
Oh, God. No doinks. No doinks. But while you're watching the game, Chiefs fans, first 50,000 fans to the stadium.
Go get it. We got this from
Get
Chiefs.
these beautiful, you don't want to see this thing on my head, I can assure you that, but we'll get these, Patrick Mahomes headbands. So get there early, brave the wintry mix, Get out to the parking lot early. I'll be there looking for all of you to interview on our Arrowhead Pride Tailgate show.
A win 25 years in the making. She's Allie Trost, I'm Pete Sweeney, and this has been the Arrowhead Pride Rundown. How does it look?
It's on upside down. You look like the Karate Kid.
I had it on the other day.